All right, so I thought I'd change things up a little bit and talk a little bit about Alex Jones. I first saw that he was banned off Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everything, Apple. I think he was banned off SoundCloud too, or Spotify or something. But it's pretty amazing how all these corporations have colluded with each other to ban a single entity overnight, essentially. And I first heard about this through totally random. I watched his video about this, and then I started to look into it. And it is pretty wild. They just banned this guy out of nowhere for just sharing some opposing political views. I mean, he talks about some wild conspiracy theories. I'm not going to front or lie to anybody. I used to watch Alex Jones all the time. Back when I was, watching every news outlet. Like, I would watch CNN, Fox News, and then I would watch InfoWars. I would watch those three media outlets, and they were all wildly different, right? But I always liked InfoWars a lot more than anybody else because their shows were always entertaining. Alex Jones is like the most entertaining host you could ever have on a show. Like, he is hysterical. I mean, you see the memes of him.
I don't believe this. Let's be clear. When you look at John Kerry, though, and his tomb mate, George W. Bush, and the rest of them, these are people that had gay sex hundreds of times in coffins, begging for spiritual entities to possess them.
Like, he is hysterical. And if you take him, like, deadly serious, like TYT does, the Young Turks, if you take Alex Jones serious like that, you're doing it wrong, Like, I don't really think he's meant to be taken that seriously. I've gotten a lot of enjoyment from watching his broadcast, and when he starts doing that demon voice, I always laugh.
What do I do, Lord? Destroy the child. Corrupt them all. This is their plan, people. These are demons.
It's hysterical to me. And yes, he has held some wild conspiracy theories. And he is definitely a strange character. And he's definitely not a perfect person. He's going through marital problems right now. I think he's going through a divorce. His wife is trying to throw him under the bus and stuff. And he's trying to do the same thing to her. And, his political views and his ideology is also very out there. Like, if you believe everything he says 100%, you got to reevaluate your life. You need to reevaluate everything you're thinking about. And I'll admit, yeah, some of his conspiracy theories are super interesting. The ones where he's talking about the Bilderberg group, or, like the group of rich people that meet up in this, like, mansion in the middle of nowhere, and they have these parties where they dress in, like, these black cloaks and they dance around some bonfire, like, some weird shit that you would never think rich people would do. And, Alex Jones has got footage of them doing that. And it's some crazy-ass shit. I remember watching that, like, years ago, probably, like, 2012 or something, and I was just blown away. I was like, what? I could not believe I was seeing what I was seeing. And, of course, with Alex Jones, he likes to stretch the truth and everything. He doesn't really like to show you all the details. And he has a lot of very questionable beliefs, like the Sandy Hook conspiracy, for example. Alex Jones believes that it was all a government cover-up, that the parents were actors, and that no kids really died at Sandy Hook. And he got a lot of shit for that. That's essentially what has caused this banning of him. It really comes back to that. And honestly, I don't think he really believes that. I just think he can't accept the reality that, yeah, a bunch of little 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds got gunned down in a school. I mean, some people cannot accept that reality that happened, so they'll make a conspiracy, so they don't have to deal with that truth. And that's all every media outlet could talk about when they talk about Alex Jones. And it's wild because he's had some crazy conspiracy theories that are a lot more out there than the Sandy Hook thing. And a lot of other conspiracy theories that, might not be that far off from reality, like the Bilderberg group or whatever they're called. But yeah, I'm not going to just, like, condemn the man, and I'm not going to do this bullshit thing where, I've been seeing a lot of videos where people are like, well, I don't know how to think about it one way or another. There's only one way to think about this. It's a bad thing, all right? Corporations have colluded with each other to silence a media outlet because it doesn't share their political ideology. That is a really bad thing, okay? Like, this is going to go to the Supreme Court one day. Like, there's no doubt about that. Corporations cannot have a monopoly on political thought or political discourse, all right? They can't. That's against freedom of speech. And you might say, oh, freedom of speech doesn't include private corporations like YouTube or Facebook. But here's the catch. YouTube has specifically come out and said that they do not share the views of anybody on their platform, right? They've come out and said that in the past. But now, all of a sudden that, somebody like Alex Jones, who has millions of followers and is saying stuff that they don't agree with on a ideological level, just because they don't agree with him on that, they're going to ban him, and try to silence him, which is only going to grow his support and make more people interested in what he has to say. And I can guarantee you right now, the InfoWars app and the InfoWars website is only going to grow. This is going to get a lot of eyes on Alex Jones. If you remember Milo Yiannopoulos, when he got kicked off Twitter, he got more support. Trying to silence people with big followings is not a good idea, because those big followings are only going to get defensive and will rally more people to their cause. So personally, I don't see what a ban of Alex Jones, I don't see what good this does for any of these corporate entities like Apple, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I don't see what good this does for anybody. And yes, I used to watch Alex Jones a lot, and I believe that he has a right to be on these platforms and to spread his message to whoever wants to listen to it. But I also don't agree with him on practically anything, I don't believe in anything he has to say. So, think about it however you want to think about it. But just know, when people start to get censored like this, it's only a matter of time before more people get censored. And before you know it, we only getting our news from CNN or MSNBC or Fox News again. Which, they're already starting to have a YouTube presence, so it would make sense why YouTube wants to get rid of InfoWars, since they have a bigger subscriber base than CNN and MSNBC combined, right? And TYT was kind of celebrating this too, if you watched their video about this. And all I could think was, you better watch out, TYT, because the second you say one wrong thing, you're going to be in the same camp as Alex Jones, and you will be banned as well. Nobody's safe now. That's the reality now. And I would be shocked if this doesn't go to the Supreme Court one day. Corporations colluding with each other to silence a specific group or a specific person is not constitutional. So, keep that in mind. That's just something I want to talk about. That was on my mind, and I've just been thinking about for the last few days. And let me know what you think down below. Have you watched Alex Jones' videos? Do you enjoy his delivery? Because I think he's the most entertaining news anchor there's ever been, right? But it still doesn't change the fact that his messaging is questionable. Crazy conspiracy theorists that believe Sandy Hook was an inside job, right? But all that aside, he still should have a right to speak. And if you could just, terminate a channel that has over 3 million viewers, what chance does my channel have, right? Or anybody's channel, right? They could just terminate anybody's channel at any time for any reason, just for not liking what you have to say. So, that's just wild to think about. And, yeah, that's it for now. Comment below, let me know what you think, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye.
That evil off, man. Now, there it is, the gay bomb. Look it up for yourself. I mean, this is what do you think tap water is? It's a gay bomb, baby. And I'm not saying people didn't naturally have homosexual feelings. I'm not even getting into it, quite frankly. I mean, give me a break. You think I'm shocked by it, so I'm up here bashing it because I don't like gay people? I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.